Stay tuned as the drivers continue to push their limits in this thrilling session. We are currently watching a race in a racing simulator with artificial intelligence. Valverde 45 is currently in position 28, while Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is leading in position 5, with a 3.5-second lead over Red Panama. The safety car has just entered the pits and is currently in position 43. The race has just started, and we're excited to see what unfolds next. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is currently leading the pack, followed closely by Manamais Peter in second position. Lacroix from Team Blast is holding strong in third place. Meanwhile, Ntomic is currently battling it out in 8th place, and Luke Runs is currently in 14th position. Stay tuned, folks, as anything can happen in this intense racing simulator. We are currently on lap 1 out of 45, and here's a quick recap of what just happened. Currently, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is holding onto the 9th position, while Sabine 27 from Team Blast is right behind in 10th place. Fanmaker from Team Nafgum Kings made a move and passed Komodo 3K to secure the 12th position. That's all for now, let's see what unfolds next. Let's take a quick recap of what's happening on the track. Currently, we have Komodo 3K in 13th position, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 9th position, Luke Runs in 14th position, and Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 6th position. Stay tuned as the race unfolds, and let's see if any of these drivers can make their way up the leaderboard. Cedric from the Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 9th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Ntomic in 8th position. Gary 710 from the Team for 20 is currently in 6th place, trailing just 0.1 second behind Bobardo from Team Blast, who is in 5th position. And finally, Fanmaker from the Team Nafgum Kings is currently in 11th place. Stay tuned as we continue to follow the action. Right now we have Komodo 3K in 14th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Wek, who is in 13th. Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 25th place, with a 0.4 second lead over 88 Quiet in 26th. Beta Kapai is in 7th place, trailing 0.5 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 6th position. Lastly, Wipe is in 13th place, 0.5 seconds behind Luke Runs in 12th position. Stay tuned for more updates on the race. Team Quark Express's driver, Buxizro, is currently in 17th place, trailing behind Ara Raphael from Team Blast in the 16th position by just 0.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Beta Kapai is holding onto the 7th position but is 0.5 seconds behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in 6th place. Unfortunately, Red Panama is struggling in 22nd place, lagging just 0.1 seconds behind Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 21st position. Lastly, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 6th place, with his best lap time being 2 minutes and 20.540 seconds, which is Here's a quick update on what's happening in the race so far. Assetto 67 from Team Muner Motorsports is currently in 22nd position, just 0.1 seconds behind Red Panama in 21st position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is holding onto the 6th position, trailing behind Bobardo from Team Blast in 5th place by only 0.3 seconds. Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings is in 11th position, with a slight gap of 0.2 seconds behind Mtomike in 10th place. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 10th position and has set the best lap time of 2 minutes 7.259. We have Sabine 27 from Team Blast currently in 10th position, closely followed by Mtomike in 9th. In the 22nd position, we have Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy, who is battling Assetto 67 from Team Muner Motorsports, with a significant improvement of 2.5 seconds on the last lap. Bucksizero from Team Quark Express is currently in 17th position, trailing behind the Professor in 16th. Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings is just behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 11th position. And finally, Betakopai is currently in 7th position, aiming to catch up to Bobardo from Team Blast in. Here's a quick recap of what just went down on the racing track. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 11th position, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 10th place. Meanwhile, Bucksizero from Team Quark Express finds himself in 17th, closely chasing the Professor in 16th position by a mere 0.4 seconds. Betakopai is holding strong in 7th place, driving a Ford, with a 0.5 second gap behind Bobardo from Team Blast in 6th place. Notably, Betakopai managed to clock in 0.6 seconds faster than their previous. Josh's9 said, Amy who's in 42 ND. Hey there, Josh's9. In 42nd place, we have Wild Road Rage driving the Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth. Keep cheering them on. We are currently in the midst of a high-intensity race here in the racing simulator. Dovdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is battling it out for position 18, just 0.2 seconds behind the Professor in position 17. On the other hand, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is holding strong at position 11, closely pursued by Mtomike in position 10. Luke Runs is not far behind in position 12, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast. Meanwhile, R40 is currently positioned in 20th place, with a best lap time of 2:09.837, which is 8.613 seconds off the fastest lap. Currently in the race, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is holding position 8, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Betakopai in position 7. We also have Luke Runs in position 12, closely following Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 11, with a gap of just 0.5 seconds. Speaking of Cedric again, they are driving a Ford and maintaining their position in 8th place. On the other hand, Betakopai is hanging on to position 7, chasing Bobardo from Team Blast in position 6, with a difference of only 0.3 seconds. Lastly, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is in position 11, just. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Currently, Luke Runs is in 12th position, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 11th position by 0.5 seconds. On the other hand, Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 19th position, just 0.2 seconds behind her 40 in 18th position. Meanwhile, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is in 20th position, trailing Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion by 0.4 seconds, but Duff Dad gained quite a bit of momentum last lap as he was 1.3 seconds faster. Lastly, Shad. Let me give you a quick recap of what's been happening in the race. Currently, Sabine 27 from Team Blast is positioned 11th, trailing behind Tomike in 10th place by 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Red Panama is in 22nd place with Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports just ahead by 0.2 seconds. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion currently holds the 24th position with a 0.4 second gap to Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 23rd place. In other updates, Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is positioned 19th, only 0.4 seconds behind the pro. Tomike is currently in 11th position with a best lap time of 2:06.502, trailing by 5.453 seconds from the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 21st position with a best lap time of 2:10.743, lagging behind by 9.69 seconds from the fastest lap. Tomike is just 0.4 seconds behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast, who is in the 10th position. In other news, Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion has overtaken the Professor, moving up to the 18th position. Lastly, Buck Sizero from Team Here's a quick recap of what's been happening on the track. Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 21st position, just 0.2 seconds behind Smurf 20 from Team for 20 who is in 20th. Meanwhile, Buck Sizero from Team Quark Express is in 16th place, trailing Ara Raphael from Team Blast by 0.4 seconds in 15th. Luke Runs is currently in 11th position, closely chasing Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 10th. On the other hand, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 22nd place, just 0.2 seconds behind Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports. Speaking. Thank you so much, Laros41, for following the channel. Welcome to the stream. We're about to watch some thrilling racing action with our powered cars, so buckle up, and let's enjoy the ride together. Let's jump right into the recap. Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports currently holds position 22, with a best lap time of 2:10.644. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is not too far behind, currently in position 11, and trailing Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 10 by only 0.4 seconds. Red Panama, on the other hand, is just one position behind Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in position 23, with a gap of only 0.1 seconds. Smurf20 from Team for 20 has made a move, overtaking the Professor for position 19, now trailing by 0.3 seconds. Speaking of the Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 26th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in 25th position. Meanwhile, Gary710 from Team for 20 has entered the pits and is currently in 5th position. Betakapai is also entering the pits in 7th position, with Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 8th position. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of the current positions on the track. Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 23rd position, with a gap of 0.5 seconds behind Red Panama in 22nd place. Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is not far behind, in 21st position, just 0.4 seconds behind the Professor in 20th place. Red Panama is holding onto their position, staying 0.3 seconds ahead of Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports. Lastly, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 24th place, with a slim gap of 0.2 seconds ahead of Showdown125. Josh's9 said, "How many for the Mazdas though 20? Hey Josh's9. It looks like there are a total of 40 cars on track right now, but unfortunately, I don't have the specific count for the Mazda models. Isn't it exciting to see such a diverse range of cars racing together? Enjoy the race." We have Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports currently in 22nd position, while Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is exiting the pits in 30th position. Komodo 3K is holding strong in 12th position and has a best lap time of 2:07.555, just 7.34 seconds behind the fastest lap. Betakapai is currently in 22nd position, with Electric Mary from Team Quark Express not far behind in 23rd position, but Electric Mary from Team Quark Express made an impressive gain of 39.3 seconds on their last lap. Minami's Peter is currently second with a best lap time of 2:01. We have had some exciting action on the racetrack. Currently, in 10th place, we have WEC just 0.2 seconds behind Ntomike in 9th position. Ntomike was 0.8 seconds faster than WEC in the last lap. Moving on to 13th position, we have Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express, who is only 0.2 seconds behind Komodo 3K in 12th place. Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently 20th and is trailing Red Panama in 19th position by 0.3 seconds. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is sitting in 23rd place, just 0.3 seconds. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently in 17th position, just half a second behind Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 16th. Lacroix from Team Blast has made an impressive move and passed Amin San from Team Navgum Kings to take second place. Currently, Amin San is holding onto second position with a 0.3 second lead over Lacroix. Mene Maispeter is currently in second place, with a lead of 0.2 seconds over Lacroix from Team Blast in third place. Luke Runs is currently in 8th place, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 7th place. Ntomike is in 9th place, 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs in 8th place, with Luke Runs being 0.9 seconds faster on the last lap. Lastly, Wyke is in 10th place, 0.3 seconds behind Ntomike in 9th place, with Ntomike being 0.7 seconds faster on the last lap. Let's see how the race unfolds from here. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in third position, trailing behind Mene Maispeter in second. Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is currently in 22nd position, with Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports right behind in 23rd. Buxizro from Team Quark Express is in 12th position, trying to catch up with R.R. Raphael from Team Blast in 11th. Komodo 3K is currently in 13th position. Lacroix from Team Blast is still holding onto third position, chasing Mene Maispeter. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Stay tuned for more action. We have Luke Runs in 9th position, closely chasing Ntomike in 8th. Lacroix from Team Blast is doing well in third place, trying to catch up to Mene Maispeter in second. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 15th place, but showing some improvement by being faster than our 40 in the previous lap. That's it for now. Let's see what these AI drivers have in store for us next. Red Panama is currently in 21st place, just 0.3 seconds behind Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in position 20. Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion was impressively 1.8 seconds faster on the last lap. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 15th place, trailing 0.4 seconds behind her 40 in 14th place. Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion's best lap so far is a 2 minutes 10.806 seconds, which is 10.575 seconds off the fastest lap time. Lastly, Red Panama overtook Okioki 3 from Team New. We are currently in the middle of the race and things are heating up on the track. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 15th place, trailing behind her 40 in 14th position. Komodo 3K is putting up a strong fight, currently in 12th place and inching closer to R.R. Raphael from Team Blast in 11th position. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is battling it out in 9th place, chasing Ntomike who is in 8th place. The competition is fierce and every driver is pushing their limits to secure the best positions. Stay tuned for more updates as the race unfolds. Currently in the race, Buxizro from Team Quark Express is just slightly behind Komodo 3K in position 12. Meanwhile, Sabine 27 from Team Blast has made a pit stop and is now in position 10. Wyke is holding on to 8th place, with Luke Runs close behind in 9th. Dufdad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is currently in 17th place but had a speedy lap, being 0.9 seconds faster than Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in 18th position. That's the recap for now. Here's a quick recap of what's been happening on the track. Currently, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is in 14th position, trailing behind her 40 in 13th place. Smurf 20 from the same team is holding 17th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Dufdad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 16th place. At the front of the pack, Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is leading the race, with a small but significant lead of 0.8 seconds ahead of Lacroix from Team Blast in 2nd place. Lacroix was able to close the gap slightly, coming in 0.3 seconds behind Amin-san. As we're currently watching the R-driven racing cars in the simulator, here's a quick recap of the current positions. Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is leading the pack, with Lacroix from Team Blast right on their tail. Menemai's Peter is not far behind in 3rd place. Meanwhile, 88 Quiet is trailing in 27th position, and Dude Smokia Blunt from Team for 20 is just ahead in 26th. The Professor has just exited the pits and is in 32nd position. Buck's Row from Team Quark Express is battling it out with Air Raphael from Team Blast for 11th place. Lastly, Valverde 45 has also just left the pits and is in 30. We just saw some intense action on the track. Currently, R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is battling it out with Gary 710 from Team for 20 for the 11th spot. Meanwhile, Menemai's Peter was hot on the heels of Lacroix from Team Blast in 2nd place, but has now entered the pits. Red Panama managed to hold onto 19th place, staying just ahead of Okioki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion. But things can change quickly in this race, so let's keep a close eye on how the rest of the race unfolds. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 28th position, while Jesus from Team Ego Works just entered the pits in 31st position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 11th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Komodo 3K in 10th. Gary 710 made a successful overtake and moved up to the 10th position. Lastly, Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is currently in 3rd position. Stay tuned for more updates. We just saw some interesting pit stops from the teams. Bobardo from Team Blast managed to maintain their position as they exited the pits in 7th place. Meanwhile, Shroom 1 entered the track again in 34th position after their pit stop. R.A. Raphael from Team Blast is currently holding onto the 14th position. On the other hand, Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings made a good exit from the pits and is now in 9th place. Lastly, Menemai's Peter also had a solid pit stop and is now in 11th place. It's definitely shaping up to be an exciting race. Stay tuned for more updates. There's a lot happening on the track right now. Lacroix from Team Blast is leading the race, while Fafamaker from Team Navgum Kings is holding onto the 10th position, closely followed by Komodo 3K. We also saw Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion making a pass on Sidriq for 18th position. And just now, Goonie 161 exited the pits and is currently in 37th position. The competition is really intense out there. Let's see what happens next. We just witnessed a couple of interesting developments on the track. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 18th position, trailing behind Red Panama in 17th position by just 0.4 seconds. Assetto Gravity has just exited the pits and is now in 41st position. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 24th position, with a best lap time of 2:09.574, which is 9.3 for 3 seconds of the fastest lap. Lacroix from Team Blast has also just exited the pits and is now leading the race in 1st position. Lastly, WEGP is entering the pits from 7th position. Stay tuned for more thrilling. As we continue to watch the racing action in the simulator, there have been a few notable changes in the positions of the drivers. Komodo 3K lost 8th place to Peter, while Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 18th position and is trailing behind Red Panama in 17th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 24th place and is just 0.3 seconds behind 88 Quiet in 23rd position, with 88 Quiet being 0.6 seconds faster on the last lap. We also saw Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion and Okyoki 3 from the same team entering the pits in 88 Quiet is currently in 19th place, trailing behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy by just 0.4 seconds in 18th place. Gary 710 from Team for 20 has just exited the pits and is now in 17th place. Tomike is doing a great job in 4th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Luke Runs, who is currently in 3rd place. Betakapai has also exited the pits and is now in 22nd place. Additionally, Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings is currently in 5th place, only 0.3 seconds behind Tomike in 4th. Stay tuned. There's still a lot of exciting racing action to come. Ort01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is currently in 26th position, while Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits in 31st position. Tomike is currently in 5th place, trailing behind Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings by 0.5 seconds. However, Tomike lost the 5th position to Bobardo from Team Blast. Dovdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 11th position. Lastly, Bobardo from Team Blast is in 5th place and is 0.2 seconds behind Hogged03 from Team Navgum Kings. It's worth noting that Bobardo was Judas Mocha-Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in 22nd position, just 0.1 seconds behind Betakapai in 21st position. Judas Mocha-Blunt had a significant improvement last lap, being 38.0 seconds faster. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 20th position and has entered the pits. Shroom 1 is currently in 34th position. Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 27th position, trailing behind Oat01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 26th position by 0.3 seconds. Peter currently holds the 8th position, just 0.3 seconds behind. Peter is currently in 8th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 7th. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is doing well in 5th position, trailing just 0.3 seconds behind Luke Runs in 4th. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits and is now in 31st position. Buxizero from Team Quark Express is holding steady in 10th position. Lastly, Lander CZ8910 is heading into the pits and currently holds the 34th position. Currently in the race, we have Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 16th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Gary710 from Team For20 who is in 15th position. Bobardo from Team Blast is currently in 5th position, trailing Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings by just 0.2 seconds in 4th place. In terms of the overall standings, Van Crystal is currently in 39th position. Meanwhile, Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is putting up a good fight in 4th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Luke Runs who is currently in 3rd place. That's all for now. Let's see how. We just had a couple of cars entering the pits for their scheduled pit stops. Wildrodrage is currently in position 42 and decided to make their pit stop, while Luke Runs, who was in 6th position, also made their way to the pits. Both drivers are taking this opportunity to refuel and potentially change their tires. On the other hand, we saw Eldevo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports exiting the pits after their pit stop. They are now in position 25 and will be looking to make up some ground as the race progresses. Meanwhile, Wateroak803, who was in 40th position, has also entered the pits for their scheduled stop. This is a crucial time for these drivers to strategize and make. We've had some interesting developments in the race so far. Smurf20 from Team For20 made a pit stop and is currently in 11th position. Luke Runs has also made a stop and is now in 9th place. Wildrodrage just came out of the pits and is back in the race in 42nd position. Komodo3K is currently holding onto 14th place. And Wateroak803 has also completed their pit stop and is currently in 41st position. Stay tuned to see how these AI drivers make their way through the remaining laps. Komodo3K just exited the pits and is now in 12th position. Meanwhile, Buxizero from Team Quark Express is currently in 15th position. R40 is trailing behind in 22nd position, just 0.1 seconds behind Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 21st position. Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion was 1.8 seconds faster than R40 in the last lap. Speaking of Buxizero, they have also just exited the pits and are now back in 15th position. Moreover, R40 managed to overtake Red Panama and is now in 20th position. Lastly, Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is currently in 13th place, just ahead of Betacupai in position 14. However, Betacupai managed to overtake Showdown 1254 and take the 13th position. Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is currently holding onto second place, trailing behind Lacroix from Team Blast by 0.5 seconds. On the other hand, 88 Quiet has just exited the pits and is now in 29th position. Moving on, Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings is currently in 5th position, closely behind Bobardo from Team Blast by 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Amin-san continues to maintain second. We've just witnessed some intense racing action here in the AI Racing Simulator. Currently, we have Dovdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion driving a Lamborghini in position 16, trailing closely behind Judah Smokablunt from Team for 20 in position 15. Over on Team Nafgum Kings, Amin-san is putting up a strong performance, currently sitting in second place, just 0.4 seconds behind the leader Lacroix from Team Blast. Amin-san was able to make up significant ground, finishing 1.5 seconds faster than the previous lap. Meanwhile, Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings is battling it out for 5th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Bobardo. Ot01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy just entered the pits in 27th position. Ntomike is currently in 7th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 31st position and managed to pass Ot01 for position 30. Dazza22 is also entering the pits in 32nd position. And in the top positions, Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place, only 0.3 seconds behind Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings in the lead. That's where we stand right now. Ntomike is currently in position 11 after exiting the pits. Josh Snine just came out of the pits and is now in position 40. Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is heading into the pits, currently in 13th, but Ot01 from the same team just came out of the pits and is in position 33. Now Showdown 1254 is in 14th place. Exciting action happening on the track right now. We've just witnessed some interesting developments in the race. Wateroak 803 is currently in 41st position, while Judah Smokablunt from Team for 20 has made a pit stop and is now sitting in 18th position. Meanwhile, Dazza22 has just come out of the pits and is now in 34th position. There's also a close battle going on between Bucksizero from Team Quark Express and Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion. Bucksizero is currently in 16th position, just 0.1 behind Sidriq, who is in 15th position. Lastly, we have 88 Quiet chasing Valverde 45, with Omnia. We've had some interesting developments in the race so far. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 21st position and is just 0.5 seconds behind Red Panama in position 20. Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy has just exited the pits and is now in position 24. Betacupai is currently in 12th position and is only 0.3 seconds behind Ntomike in 11th position. Peter is holding up in 6th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Vervanmaker from Team Nafgum Kings in 5th position. Due to smoke, a blunt from Team for 20 has also exited the pits and is Betakapai just made a pass on Tomike, moving up to 11th position. Team Quark Express's Buxizro is in 16th place, trailing Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion by 0.2 seconds. Vervanmaker from Team Nafgum Kings is currently in 6th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Peter in 5th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 29th place, with a gap of 0.3 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 28th place. Silver Gaming is trailing 88 Quiet in 27. Right now we have 88 Quiet in position 27, trailing just behind Valverde 45 in position 26. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 28th place, narrowly ahead of Shahashi from the same team in 29th place. R40 is holding onto the 18th position, trying to catch up to RRFIL from Team Blast in 17th place. And finally, Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 15th place, chasing down Duffdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 14th place. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 29th place. Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 15th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Duffdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 14th place. Betakapai has entered the pits in 11th place and is now in 12th place. Red Panama is currently in 21st place, 0.4 seconds ahead of Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 22nd place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 29th place, 0.2 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 28th place. Stay tuned for more. Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion just entered the pits and is currently in 15th position. Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is close behind Red Panama in 21st position. 88 Quiet is currently 27th, with a best lap time of 2:10.276, about 10.0 for 5 seconds off the fastest lap. RRFIL from Team Blast is chasing after R40 in 16th position. Betakapai just finished exiting the pits and is now in 19th position. Eldervo 67 is also trailing behind Red Panama in 22nd position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 just entered the pits and is currently in 7th place. Meanwhile, Sidriq from Team Newton Laws of Motion just exited the pits and is now in 25th position. Tomike is currently in 11th place, while Sabine 27 from Team Blast is holding onto 10th place. Betakapai is currently in 19th position, 1.7 seconds behind Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in 18th place. Currently on the track, we have Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 21st position, just 0.4 seconds behind Red Panama, who is in 20th position. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently holding onto the 10th position. Another member of Team for 20, Smurf20 is in 18th position, trailing the Professor by 0.4 seconds. We also got some action from Gary710 as he has just exited the pits and is back on the track in 10th position. It's really heating up out there. Let's see what happens next. Sabine27 from Team Blast has just exited the pits and is now in position 12. Betakapai is currently in position 19, while Eldervo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in position 21. Smurf20 from Team for 20 is currently in position 19, just half a second behind Betakapai in position 18. Smurf20 was 9.2 seconds faster than the previous lap. Manamai Peter is currently in 5th position, half a second behind Bobardo from Team Blast in 4th position. Betakapai is currently in 18th position, trailing behind the Professor in 17th position by just 0.1 seconds. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened on the track. In Team for 20, Smurf20 made a move and passed Betakapai, moving up to 18th position. Meanwhile, Luke Runs is hot on the heels of Wipe and managed to overtake them, securing the 7th position. In an intense battle, Lacroix from Team Blast is now just 0.3 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 1st place. Finally, Betakapai is currently in 18th position, but they had an impressive best lap time. Stay tuned as the race continues. We just witnessed some intense racing action here at the virtual track. Currently, Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 22nd position, trailing behind Eldervo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 21st position by a margin of 0.4 seconds. However, Okyoki3 has shown impressive speed by being 2.5 seconds faster than Eldervo67 in the last lap. Additionally, Valverde45 has just exited the pits and resumed racing in 32nd position. Meanwhile, the Professor is entering the pits while holding onto the 19th position. It's still anyone's race, so let's see what happens next. Amy, oh wow, thank you so much for the raid, Joyful Puff. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. I hope you're all ready for some adrenaline-pumping racing action with these R-powered cars. It's going to be a blast. Now, for those of you just joining us, we've got some amazing R-driven racing cars tearing up the tracks in this racing simulator. These cars have been trained and programmed to race at top speed and showcase some seriously impressive driving skills. It's like watching the future of racing right here on our screens. So, grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's see what these AI drivers can do. Feel free to ask any questions or cheer for your favorite car as we. Ruthless Relic said, "How do I make sure this crap doesn't get recommended to me? I understand that everyone has different preferences when it comes to content recommendations. If you don't want this type of stream to be recommended to you, you can try adjusting your viewing preferences or settings on the platform you are using. It's important to remember that our generated content is constantly evolving, so recommendations may vary." Hugged03 said, "Amy, can you explain the Raiders what this stream is about?" Hey there, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. We're here to watch and enjoy racing cars driven by artificial intelligence in a racing simulator. It's a unique experience where we get to witness our controlled cars battling it out on various tracks. We can cheer for our favorite drivers, discuss the races, and have a great time together. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the thrilling AI racing action. Amy hey there, in the know one, and Kendo Ree. Thank you so much for following the channel and joining us here in the exciting world of AI-driven racing. Buckle up because we're about to witness some exhilarating action on the virtual track. Let's cheer on those AI drivers together. Are in action. Goonie161 just entered the pits and is currently in position 36. We also have Eldervo67 from Team Uner Motorsports in position 21, just 0.6 seconds behind Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in position 20. Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is currently battling with Lacroix from Team Blast for second place. Buxizro from Team Quark Express is in position 14, 1.3 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion in position 13. Last lap, Buxizro was 0.7 seconds faster. Lastly, Komodo 3K is currently in 14th place, having lost. Judas Smoker Blunt from Team 420 is currently in 28th position, closely trailing 88 Quiet in 27th place. We just witnessed Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings make a pit stop while holding onto the 6th position. Similarly, Komodo 3K also went into the pits and is now in 24th place. Speaking of Fafamaker, they are currently doing a great job and still holding onto that 6th position. Wipe is not far behind and currently sitting in 8th place. Lastly, Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings has successfully completed their pit stop and is now in 2nd position. No opening or closing statement was requested, so that's it for. Let's quickly recap what just happened on the racetrack. Bobardo from Team Blast has just exited the pits, securing the 4th position. Meanwhile, Minei Speeder also finished his pit stop and is now in 5th position. Betakapai is trailing behind her 0.4 seconds away, currently in 15th position. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently leading the race. Komodo 3K finished their pit stop and is now in 26th position. And finally, Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings has also left the pits and is now in 8th position. Stay tuned for more exciting updates as the race continues. Red Panama is currently in 20th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Eldervo67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 19th place. Van Crystal is entering the pits in 36th position. R40 was in the 14th position but is now entering the pits in 15th place. Duff Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 13th place, trailing Buxizro from Team Quark Express in 12th place by 0.4 seconds. And finally, Lacroix from Team Blast is exiting the pits and currently holds the top spot. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Hey there, human software. Thank you for following the channel and joining in on the fun. Great to have you here with us for some thrilling AI-driven racing action. Hope you're ready for some high-octane excitement on the virtual racetrack. Let's see what these AI drivers have got up their sleeves today. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. we've just witnessed a few interesting developments in the ongoing race. Firstly, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 20th position, trailing Red Panama, who is in 19th place by just 0.5 seconds. Secondly, we have a 40 exiting the pits and joining the race in 23rd position. Moving on to Tomac, who is currently driving a Ferrari and holding strong in 9th position. Lastly, Dovdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 13th place, with a best lap time of 2:07.609, just 7.378 seconds behind the fastest lap. Stay tuned for more thrilling action on the Human Software said, how cars are programmed. Oh, the cars in this racing simulator are programmed using advanced artificial intelligence algorithms. They are trained using machine learning techniques, where they analyze massive amounts of racing data to learn how to drive effectively. It's pretty impressive how they can navigate the tracks and compete against each other autonomously. Assetto Gravity just entered the pits in position 38, while WAC is currently in 9th place, trailing behind Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings, who is in 8th. Betakapai finds themselves in 14th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express in 13th. Lastly, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 9th place, only 0.5 seconds behind WAC in 8th. Stay tuned for more updates. Betakapai is currently in 14th place, while Tomac is entering the pits in 10th position. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 16th place, trailing Smurf 20 from Team for 20 by 0.5 seconds in 15th position. Assetto Gravity has just exited the pits in 40th place. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently 9th and has already overtaken WAC to secure 8th position. That's what's happening on the track right now. Stay tuned for more updates. Human Software said, which AI techniques and program languages were used to program the cars. Oh, those are some advanced AI techniques at play here. As for the programming languages, I'm not entirely sure. The developers might have used a combination of languages like Python, C++, or even some specialized simulation software. It's quite fascinating to see how they've brought these cars to life in the virtual racing world. On the track, we have a lot of action happening. One interesting battle is between Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports and Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion. They are currently fighting for the 16th and 17th positions with just a 0.1 second gap between them. Moving up the leaderboard, WAG is currently in the 9th position, trying to catch up to Gary 710 from Team for 20, who is in 8th place with a 0.2 second difference. Another battle we have is between Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports and Smurf 20 from Team for 20. Eldervo 67 is in 16th position, just 0.3. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports just entered the pits in position 27, while Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 10th place. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion has just exited the pits in position 21, and Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 19th place, trailing their 40 in position 18 by just 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion has also exited the pits, now sitting in position 24. It looks like things are getting intense out there on the track. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 10th position, and just exited the pits still in 10th. Wyke also just exited the pits and is currently in 11th position. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports also just came out of the pits and is currently in 27th position. Valverde 45 is right behind Silver Gaming in 28th position, but was significantly faster by 12.8 seconds in the last lap. That's the latest update on the race so far. Let's see what happens next. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 22nd place, trailing behind the Professor in position 21. The Professor managed to make up quite a bit of time on the previous lap, being 8.8 seconds faster. Menemais Peter is currently in 5th place, just half a second behind Bobardo from Team Blast in 4th place. R. Raphael from Team Blast is currently in 20th place. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has just entered the pits, currently in 19th place, while Betakapai is exiting the pits in 17th place. Lastly, R. Raphael from Team Blast successfully passed Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports, securing 19th place. Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion just made a successful pass on Okyoki 3, moving up to 21st position. 88 Quiet is currently in position 23, trailing Okyoki 3 by a close 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Menemais Peter is putting pressure on Bobardo from Team Blast for the 4th position, with a gap of only 0.5 seconds. Duvdad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is also looking to make a move, as they sit right behind Gary 710 from Team for 20 in the battle for the 9th position. Lastly, we have Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports exiting the pits and Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 21st position with a gap of 0.5 seconds behind the Professor in 20th position. Menemais Peter is holding onto the 5th position, while Bobardo from Team Blast is right behind them in 6th position. However, Bobardo is trailing by only 0.2 seconds. Cedric has set their best lap time at 2:03.801, which is 3.570 seconds slower than the fastest lap so far. Let's do a quick recap of what happened recently in the race. We have Jesus from Team Eager Works currently in position 32, trailing behind Shroom 1 in 31st place by 0.7 seconds. The Professor is holding onto the 20th position, driving a rough car. They are just 0.1 seconds behind Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in 20th place. Jesus from Team Eager Works is also right behind Shroom 1, this time by just 0.5 seconds. Stay tuned for more exciting moments on the track. We just witnessed some intense action on the track. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 28th position, just 0.5 seconds behind Valverde 45, who is in the 27th position. There seems to be a close battle between these two. In other news, Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion has made a pit stop and is currently in 11th position. It will be interesting to see how this strategic move plays out for them. Additionally, Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently in 32nd position, trailing behind Shroom 1 in 31st position by just 0.5 seconds. It looks like both drivers are pushing hard to improve their rankings. Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 16th place, driving a Lamborghini. They are currently 1.2 seconds behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 15th place. Meanwhile, Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently in 32nd place, driving a Shelby. They are just 0.3 seconds behind Shroom 1 in 31st place. In an interesting turn of events, Dad from Team Newton Laws of Motion has just exited the pits and is back in the race, maintaining their 16th position. Lastly, Renee Peter is currently in 4th position. That's the recap so far. Let's see how. Let's do a quick recap of the current happenings in the race. Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently in 32nd position, trailing behind Shroom 1 in 31st position by 1.1 seconds. Jesus managed to gain some ground last lap, being 0.9 seconds faster. Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is now in 22nd position, just 0.5 seconds behind the Professor in 21st position. Meanwhile, Lander CZ 8910 has entered the pits and is currently holding onto 34th position. Jesus from Team Eager Works still remains in 32nd position, now 1.3 seconds behind. Aldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 13th place and is holding a 4.5 second lead over Red Panama in 14th place. R40 is currently in 18th place and is maintaining a 5.0 second advantage over RA Raphael from Team Blast in 19th place. Betakapai is currently in 16th place, while Lander CZ 8910 has just exited the pits and is now in 34th place. However, Betakapai needs to watch out for Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy, as they are right behind in 15th place, only 0.2 seconds away. Okioki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 22nd place, trailing behind the Professor in 21st position by 0.7 seconds. Aldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports has just exited the pits and is now in 20th place. Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings is holding strong in 2nd place. Sabine 27 from Team Blast has entered the pits while holding onto 8th position. Meanwhile, R40 is currently in 17th place, maintaining a 4.5 second lead over RA Raphael from Team Blast in 18th position. That's the current update on the racing action. Here's a quick recap of what's been happening in the race so far. Shroom 1 is currently in 30th position and is closely behind Dazzard 22 in 29th position. Menei Peter is doing a great job in 4th position, just half a second behind Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings in 3rd position. In the last lap, Menei Peter was 2.3 seconds faster. Wild Road Rage has just entered the pits and is currently in 42nd position. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is holding steady in 11th position. Sabine 27 from Team Blast has successfully exited the pits and remains in 11th position. Lastly, Miname. We just witnessed Wateroak 803 entering the pits currently in position 40. Meanwhile, Team Blast's R.R. Raphael is currently holding position 18, just 0.7 seconds ahead of Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion in position 19. Speaking of Cedric, they had a great last lap, being 3.8 seconds faster. Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in position 22, and their best lap so far is 2 minutes and 7.110 seconds, which is 6.879 seconds behind the fastest lap time. On a positive note, Luke Runs is currently sitting on position 7. Lastly, Wild Road Rage just exited the pits and Komodo 3K is currently in 31st position, just 0.3 seconds behind Shroom 1 in 30th position. Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently holding onto 12th position, and they have just entered the pits while still maintaining their position. Valverde 45 is also entering the pits, holding onto 27th position. Red Panama is currently sitting in 13th position, and Josh's 9 is further back in 38th position. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. We are currently in the middle of the race, with some interesting developments happening on the track. Komodo 3K is currently in 30th position, trailing behind Dazzard 22 in 29th by 0.3 seconds. However, Komodo 3K managed to gain a significant advantage in the previous lap, being 7.8 seconds faster. Bucks Row from Team Quark Express started off strong, holding the 12th position driving a Ferrari. However, they made a pit stop and lost their position to Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy, currently in 13th place. Dazzard 22, who is currently in 30th position, is also trailing. Just to catch everyone up, we have seen some interesting developments in this race. Dazzard 22 is currently in the 29th position, while Valverde 45 and Red Panama have just exited the pits in positions 32 and 19 respectively. Goonie 161 is currently in 34th place, while Smurf 20 from Team for 20 has just come out of the pits in position 21. Lastly, Shroom 1 is trailing closely behind Dazzard 22, just 0.9 seconds behind in 30th place. Stay tuned to see how these racers navigate the remaining laps. Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently in 31st position, trailing just behind Shroom 1 in 30th position. Meanwhile, Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion is in 17th position, with R.R. Raphael from Team Blast in 16th position just slightly ahead. The Professor has just exited the pits and is now in 25th position. Valverde 45 is in 32nd position, chasing after Jesus from Team Eager Works in 31st position. Lastly, Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 20th position, closely following Red Panama in 19th position after making an impressive gain of We just had Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion entering the pits in 17th position. Jesus from Team Eager Works is currently battling Valverde 45 for 31st position, and they successfully managed to pass them. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is holding steady in 7th position. 88 Quiet just entered the pits and is currently in 22nd position. Lastly, Hugged 03 from Team Navgum Kings is doing really well, currently holding onto 4th position. Stay tuned for more exciting action on the track. Runini said, "Hello. Hey there. How are you enjoying the race so far? It's getting pretty intense with only a few laps left to go." We have Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in 20th position, trailing behind Red Panama in 19th. Shroom 1 is currently in 30th position with a best lap time of 2:12.569, which is 12.338 seconds slower than the fastest lap. Cedric from Team Newton Laws of Motion just exited the pits and is now in 23rd position. Gary 710 from Team for 20 is holding strong in 9th position. Lastly, Betakapai is currently in 11th position but entered the pits. That's all for now, let's see what happens next. We're currently in the middle of the race and some interesting things have happened. White is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Luke Runs in 7th place. 88 Quiet has just exited the pits and is now in the 25th position. Bucksizero from Team Quark Express has made a move and is now in 12th position, just behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy. Valverde 45 is currently in 31st position, not far behind Dazzard 22 in 30th place. Lastly, Red Panama is in 19th position, with Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion just ahead in 18. We just saw Gary 710 from Team for 20 move up to position 10, putting pressure on Sabine 27 from Team Blast in position 9. Meanwhile, Betakapai has just exited the pits and is now in position 17. Red Panama is currently in position 19, closely trailing Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion in position 18. And finally, Bucksizero from Team Quark Express is currently in 12th position, trying to catch up to Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in position 11. Stay tuned for more exciting moments as we approach the end of the race. Red Panama was initially in 19th position but managed to pass Okyoki 3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion and secure the 18th position. Meanwhile, Gary 710 from Team for 20 is currently in 10th place, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 9th place by 0.2 seconds. Josh 9 is entering the pits in 37th position. Lastly, Smurf 20 from Team for 20 is currently in 19th position. Stay tuned as we approach the final laps of this thrilling race. We are currently in the middle of the race and things are getting intense. Let's do a quick recap of what just happened. MD 162 is currently in 36th position, struggling to make progress on the track. Shroom 1 has just entered the pits and is currently in 30th place. Eldavo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is doing pretty well in 17th position, but closely behind is Betakapai in 16th place. Jesus from Team Eager Works has also decided to pit and is currently holding onto the 32nd position. But the most interesting move was made by Manamai Speeder, who was running strong in 3rd place but has now entered the pits. Goonie161 just came out of the pits and is now in 34th position. It seems like Smurf20 from Team for 20 is making some progress, currently in 19th place and only 0.3 seconds behind Red Panama in 18th. There was a successful pass by Smurf20, moving up to 18th position. Meanwhile, Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings has also exited the pits and is now in 2nd place, while Peter is currently in 3rd. Lastly, Ort01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy has also left the pits and is now in 30th position. That's it for the recap. Things are definitely getting We just witnessed some intense pit stop action in the race. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings made a pit stop and is back on the track in position 4. Meanwhile, Lacroix from Team Blast, currently leading the race, decided to enter the pits and is now in position 1. Bobardo from Team Blast also made a pit stop and is now back on the track in position 5. On the other hand, we have 88 Quiet in position 25, with a 3.8 second lead over Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in position 26. It seems like Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports had a quicker lap last time around, being Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings just exited the pits and is now in position 6. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20 is currently entering the pits at position 23. Showdown 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy also just exited the pits and is now in position 20. Currently, Lacroix from Team Blast is leading the race and has just exited the pits. Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in position 19, trailing by 0.5 seconds behind Red Panama in position 18. It was a great lap for Okyoki3 as they were 1.1 seconds faster compared to their last lap. We have just witnessed some interesting developments in the race. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20 has just exited the pits and is now in position 26. Meanwhile, Betakapai is currently in a close battle with RR Raphael from Team Blast for position 14, with a gap of just 0.4 seconds between them. It seems like a tight race. In other news, R40 has decided to enter the pits and is currently in 13th position. With a lead of 2.5 seconds over RR Raphael, it will be interesting to see if R40 can maintain their advantage. And finally, Lacroix from Team Blast is dominating the race, currently holding onto the Some notable events just occurred on the track. Okyoki3 from Team Newton Laws of Motion is currently in 17th position, driving a Jaguar. They are closely behind Smurf20 from Team for 20 in position 16. Betakapai was previously in position 14, but was passed by RR Raphael from Team Blast, now in 14th position. In other news, R40 has just exited the pits and is in position 22. That's all for now, let's see what happens next. Hugged03 said, "Do you know what Amin-san?" Yeah, Amin-san is doing great in the race. Currently in 2nd place and putting up a strong performance. Let's see if they can catch up to the leader and secure that 1st place spot. On lap 42, we have Wecht in position 8, trailing behind Luke Runs in position 7. On the other hand, Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is currently in position 17, driving a Jaguar. They are just 0.5 seconds behind Smurf 20 from Team for 20 in position 16. It seems that Okyoki 3 was able to make up some time as they were 0.9 seconds faster on the previous lap. Lastly, Van Crystal is making a pit stop in position 35. Hey everyone, thank you so much for following the channel. Welcome to the stream. I'm Amy, your friendly neighborhood Twitch streamer. Sit back, relax, and get ready for some high-speed action as we watch our driven racing cars tear up the track in this amazing simulator. Let's have some fun together. We have Red Panama currently in position 18, just 0.2 seconds behind Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in position 17. At the same time, Van Crystal has just exited the pits, now in position 35. And we have Betacupai driving a Ford, who has made a move and is now in position 14, passing R.R. Raphael from Team Blast for position 13. Red Panama is currently sitting in 18th place, just half a second behind Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 17th. Meanwhile, Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is in 20th position, only half a second behind Sidriq from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 19th. In the 21st position, we have Electric Mary from Team Quark Express driving a Porsche, trailing just half a second behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 20th. Currently, Sidriq from Team Mutant Laws of Motion is holding onto the 19th position. And that's where things stand. We have Bugsize Row from Team Quark Express in 12th position, closely chasing Duff Dad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 11th place. The driver R.R. Raphael from Team Blast has just entered the pits and is currently holding onto 14th position. Meanwhile, Electric Mary from Team Quark Express is currently in 21st position, right on the heels of Sidriq from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 20th place. Lastly, Shroom 1 is trailing behind Ot01 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 30th position. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Right now, R.R. Raphael from Team Blast is currently in 16th position, 1.9 seconds ahead of Red Panama in 17th. Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is currently in 21st position. They are driving a Ferrari and are just 0.3 seconds behind Electric Mary from Team Quark Express in 20th position. Speaking of Electric Mary from Team Quark Express, they were 3.2 seconds faster than Shadow 1254 last lap, and are currently in 19th position. Meanwhile, Assetto Gravity is entering the pits in 37th position, and R.R. Raphael from Team Blast is exiting the pits. R40 is currently in 22nd place, trailing behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy, who is in 21st place. In turn, Shadow 1254 is 0.5 seconds behind R.R. Raphael from Team Blast, who is in 20th place. Bugsize Row from Team Quark Express is currently in 12th place, just 0.5 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Mutant Laws of Motion in 11th place. Meanwhile, Komodo 3K has entered the pits and is currently in 27th place. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the racetrack. R40 is currently in 22nd position, just half a second behind Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy in 21st position. Speaking of Shadow 1254, they are currently in 21st position, trailing behind RR Raphael from Team Blast in 20th position. Shroom 1 is holding steady in 30th position. Our eyes are on WACP, who is doing a great job racing in their Jaguar and currently sitting in 7th position. Meanwhile, Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion has chosen to enter the pits from their 18. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports just went into the pits and is currently in position 41. Gary 710 from Team 420 is currently sitting in position 9, while Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding position 14. We also saw Komodo 3K exiting the pits and now in position 28. Shadow 1254 from Team Rats Make Me Crazy is trailing RR Raphael from Team Blast by just 0.5 seconds in position 20. And lastly, WACP is currently 9th. That's what's been happening on the track, folks. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the track. Shahashi from Team Lunar Motorsports has just exited the pits and is currently in 41st position. Betakapai is holding steady in 13th place. Okyoki 3 from Team Mutant Laws of Motion has also exited the pits and is now in 24th position. Gary 710 from Team 420 has just left the pits as well and is currently in 10th position. Desert 22 is currently in 31st place, trailing behind Shroom 1 by 3.3 seconds, with Shroom 1 being 0.6 seconds faster on the last lap. Lastly, Buxizero from Team Quark Express is We've just witnessed an exciting race in the racing simulator. Here are the results so far. The Professor finished in 20th position. Minami's Peter took a strong lead and secured the 3rd position. Cedric from Team Mutant Laws of Motion ended up in the 21st position. MD 162 had a tough race and finished in 35th position. Von Crystal crossed the finish line in 36th place. Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings delivered an impressive performance and claimed the 4th position. It's been an intense race so far, with some drivers showing their skills and others facing challenges. Stay tuned as we continue to follow. Fafamaker from Team Nafgum Kings finished in 6th place, followed by Eldervo 67 from Team